Good morning and welcome to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. I'm Shonda Knight, and Sheriff, we've got one of our friends of LCSO with us here today, and this is what All In is all about, everybody pitching in and doing their part.
Habitat for Humanity, when you start talking about that, we're talking about how do we improve the quality of life for all of our citizens. And one of the things we talked about at the Chamber retreat this past year was how can we make sure that those families out there that need those homes, how can we make sure that happens? And that's an ongoing effort. It helps us if we can get people in homes and off our streets who, for lack of resources, find themselves in those circumstances. The more we can do in that regard helps us all throughout our community. And that's why it's so important we have a discussion about this so our citizens understand the dynamics that takes place and why it's so important to support Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, we got to all pitch in and do our part. And, when you look at the Habitat model, it really is everyone being a part of the action. And I've got to say, they're going to talk today about how do you, qualify for a Habitat home and how can you help. I'm really excited about the 2020 Women Bill.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get into that with him then. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We over at LCSO are all in, so we're going to participate in the Women Bill. But it's all about community helping community, and this is a great way for, if you don't have the financial means to make big donations, sweat equity is just as good.
Absolutely. And volunteering your own time and coming out and helping. And at the same time, trying to, if you can, to organize, if you're a church group or if you're a sorority or fraternity, get engaged, get involved in what we're doing here to try to improve the quality of life for all our citizens.
All right, well, we've got the Executive Director, Antoine, right here with us today, and he's going to share a lot of information about Habitat. All right, well, you want to be sure to stick around. Coming up after the break, realizing the American dream, how Habitat for Humanity in the Big Bend is making it happen.
Good morning, I'm Deputy Davis Clark with Leon County Sheriff's Office School Resource Unit with today's Crime Tip Tuesday.
According to the United States Department of Transportation, over half of vehicle thefts are due to driver error, such as leaving your doors unlocked. When you arrive at your destination, park only in well-lit areas. Never leave your keys inside your vehicle once parked. Never forget to lock your vehicle's doors when exiting and let up the windows. Do not leave valuable items inside your car, especially where they are visible from the outside. Every time you park your car, make it a habit to check for items you shouldn't leave inside your vehicle.
And that's your crime tip. Have a great day.
An email from the post office? How do they even know my email address?
They don't. This is a bogus email sent by scammers that looks like it is coming from the Postal Service, or even the Postmaster General himself. The email contains fraudulent information about an attempted or intercepted package delivery, and provides a link to click on to find out when delivery is expected. But that click can activate a virus, which can steal personal information such as usernames, passwords, or financial account numbers stored on the computer or mobile devices. Here are some telltale signs that an email is bogus. It contains poor grammar or spelling errors. It states that immediate action must be taken or there'll be dire consequences. It requests personal information under the guise of reconfirming information. The Postal Service does not notify customers about package delivery attempts by email. If you receive such a message, don't open it. Instead, forward it to spam@uspis.gov and then delete the email.
Can I have this?
We all love to cut corners.
You're all set? Okay, great.
But when it comes to crossing the road, this is one corner you can't cut. Always cross at an intersection. Use the crosswalk pedestrian signal. And when you cross, be alert. Make sure approaching drivers see you and have enough time to stop. Drivers, you cannot cut this corner either. You're required to stop for pedestrians in a crosswalk. It is the law.
Really?
Yes. Alert today, alive tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Welcome back. The Big Bend Habitat for Humanity needs your help to turn dreams into reality. Joining us now is Executive Director Anton Wright. Anton, talk about Habitat for Humanity and what you guys are doing here in our community.
Well, Habitat has been around since 1982 here in Leon-Gaston County. We're an affordable home builder. We work with our homeowners. We partner with them to help them achieve the dream of affordable homeownership. All of our homeowners do 400 sweat equity hours. They partner with us and folks like yourself and other business owners in the community to build the home of the dreams. They work on their credit score. They purchase that home for 0% interest mortgage. So they got skin in the game, and they're working the same way you and I did, with just a little bit of help and a whole bunch of partners, as you would say, all in,
yes.
to make their dream come true. So we are just a facilitator of partnership between our homeowners, the community, to build homes and communities.
Well, thank you for what you do. I can't tell you how much it means to us in law enforcement. Obviously, when people have homes, it makes everybody's life a lot better. But talk about some of your accomplishments. What kind of accomplishments you've had since 1980, I believe?
1982. So I've actually been the director now almost 10 years. So this September would be my 10th year as executive director.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. In my time, we've built over 50 houses, but in that 40 plus years that we've been here in Leon-Gaston County, we've built over 230 houses.
Wow.
And so we're talking about not just the houses, but the homes and the lives that those have touched. We're talking about the impacts on the community and helping that community as a whole rise. I mean, home ownership, when you think about it, it's really the fundamental foundation to everything else. We get our homeowners' cost of living down. They can afford better health care, better food options,
Absolutely.
better education, better job opportunities and training. So housing is the foundation.
Well, how does the program actually work? I mean, how do you qualify to get a Habitat house?
So all of our homeowners do 400 sweat equity hours. They start with a basic application, and we are looking for three main things, which is have a housing need, ability to partner, and an ability to pay. So the ability to partner is working on a credit score. It's them doing their sweat equity. Ability to pay, we serve between 80 and 30% of the average median income, so you got to make some money, but you can't make too much money. And then have a housing need, and housing need, we always think about hole in the roof, hole in the floor, kind of the house itself being beat up, but it could be a great house in a bad neighborhood. It could be the perfect house, white picket fence, but you're spending 50% of your income to afford that house for you and your family. So they could be cost burden, which a lot of our families in our community across the nation really, truly are with the affordable crisis.
Right. No question about that, but you talked about sweat equity. Now, exactly what are you doing when you're engaged with sweat equity?
Oh, that's a great question. So our homeowners literally have skin in the game into our organization, into each other, and into themselves. So they do 400 hours. The first 200 are into the organization itself, and that could be working in the office, it could be working at our restore, it could be walking with us in a parade. The next 100 is paying it forward on someone else's house. So when we talk about partnership organization, they are partnering with other homeowners to help them build their homes. On the last 100, we call the golden 100 because it's 100 hours working on your own house. And that's, mom, dad, that's the kids. And imagine a young boy, 11, 12, being able to not only say that this is my house and this is my bedroom, but I can tell you about the little crooked, twisted stud that's in that wall, or the nail I've been kind of putting this in here, or what color the paint is. Imagine the empowerment of that, being able to have that experience at 10, 11, 12, 15, what that makes the difference in the rest of their lives.
You mentioned before, about 1 minute we got left here, but talk about what impact it's had on some of my people in my detention facility.
So, we are always looking at the empowerment piece. So you're talking about job training, opportunities, experience. If you can get on a Habitat site and you can learn how to build, how to paint, those are employability skills. Those are things that translate into economic value in the community and financial economic value in someone's life in the real world. So there's a great opportunity for folks to really get to learn valuable skills to be able to give back in the community.
Well, Antoine, I can't tell you how much we appreciate the great job you're doing, and I love the fact that you can, in fact, make a difference in our detention facility. Up next, women, grab your hammers and nails. Habitat wants you to join the team. Stay tuned.
I'm a firefighter.
A teacher.
I'm a farmer.
I'm a barber.
A waitress.
A mom. We're all part of your community.
Every day we move in and out of each other's busy lives.
It's easy to take for granted all the little moments that make up our everyday.
Some are good,
others not so much.
But that's life. It's when you experience a moment of uncertainty.
Something or someone's behavior that doesn't seem quite right.
These are the moments to take a pause.
Because if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not.
It's not about paranoia
or being afraid.
It's about standing up and protecting our communities.
One detail at a time.
Because a lot of little details can become a pattern.
We
trust our instincts.
Just like you should.
Because only you know what's not supposed to be in your everyday.
So protect your everyday.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
Human trafficking is slavery.
And it happens all over America.
Any child, any woman, any man could potentially become a victim of human trafficking.
I am a victim of labor trafficking.
I was a victim of child sex trafficking, but now I own my body.
Human trafficking is any kind of forced labor.
It can happen to anybody.
I am a mother.
I am an author.
I am a son.
I'm an advocate.
I am an educator.
I'm a sister.
I am a brother.
I'm so much more than what happened to me.
I am strong.
I am brave.
I am outspoken.
I am compassionate.
I am a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor of human trafficking.
In times of stress such as quarantine, what goes on behind closed doors can be terrifying. But you don't have to suffer in silence. Help is here. Love is not controlling. Love is not frightening. And love is not violent. Love is respect. If you need assistance or just want to talk, we are here. In Florida, call the Domestic Abuse Hotline at 800-500-1119 to speak to someone in your area. Or for more information, email the Domestic Violence Coordinating Council at dvcctally@gmail.com.
Welcome back. We're back with Anton Wright, Executive Director for the Big Bend Habitat of Humanity. Anton, talk about this Women's Build 2025. What's that all about?
So Women Build 2025 is a house that's fully funded and fully built by local women in our community. So not only they're going to learn how to hammer or raise a wall or put a roof on and actually do the construction of the home itself, but they're also going to learn all of the financial fitness steps it takes to be able to purchase a house. You know, when we talk about home ownership, the acquisition pieces, if you have the right amount of money, if you have a down payment, if you got the financial fitness to do it, it's kind of the easy part. But getting your credit score right and working on a budget, learning how to get the financial fundamentals to be able to purchase a house is half the battle. So, I mean, ladies locally are going to raise $85,000 to build a house for another woman here in this community.
That is fantastic. I understand Shonda Knight's going to be involved in that, so we're looking forward to that.
I think she's got a team already, and I think I heard the name.
Well, let's talk about, is there time yet for other people to join and get involved in this 25 build?
Absolutely, Sheriff. Right now we've raised almost $27,000 of the $85,000 goal. So there's still time for local women to put together teams to sponsor. If they've got businesses out there that want to sponsor or partially sponsor the home, those slots are available. Women can, whether they're in churches or sororities or women-owned businesses or just social groups, get together, get your girlfriends together, put together a team name, create a T-shirt, donate some money, come out and have a good time pounding some nails on the job site, learn something new.
So now you mentioned just a minute ago that there's a specific female that's going to be the recipient. Can you tell us anything about that person and why they qualified? And
Yes, so our homeowner, Ms. Clistia, is a mother of two. She's very hardworking, wonderful individual, couldn't pick a better partner family to build with and build for. She is super excited. All of our homeowners, they have to do the weird burden to stand in front of other folks and talk about this, to talk about their lives and their families. And her first time talking, she was so nervous, and she did such a wonderful job. And her boys kind of jumped behind her and put their hand on her back and just kind of kept her encouraged. And I'm super excited to be able to build for her.
Okay, fantastic. Well, how can others out there in our community get involved in this build competition?
So we are looking for new teams. We're looking for donations and sponsors. They can go out to our website and download all the information they need there to put together a team to come and help and volunteer. The ladies will be out there building. You can make a meal for folks that are building, so you can help in the office, you can help in our restore. There's unlimited number of ways that you can help. Everybody can use their time and talent to kind of help us build this goal and all the other homes that we're working on.
Now, I'm not sure I understand this, but there seems to be an opportunity, those persons that participate in the build process, they then become eligible to receive some types of supplies and things like that. Is that?
So something like that. So we actually have kind of a different or related line of business. So we have a restore, and it is I usually kind of think of it between a love child between a thrift shop and like a big box retail for home supplies. So recycled cabinets, doors, windows. We just purchased the building and just at the tail end of renovating it. It's going to be opening the 1st of May. We're going to do a soft opening March 18th. So it's located 1219 Tharp Street. It's called Restore. 20 to 80% of the retail value. So you think about paint these days is $50 a gallon. So we're selling paint at $6 a gallon. So the ability for folks in the community to be able to make improvements to their own home, get discounted resources to do that is another kind of value add to the community and part of the work that we do with Habitat.
We got about 30 seconds left. How can our viewers out there get in touch with Habitat?
They can go out to our website, which is bigbendhabitat.org. Follow us on social at Habitat Big Bend. Come by the office or come to any of our job sites and just get involved. Looking forward to having them.
Well, Anton, thank you so much for all the great work you do. Up next in our Deputy on Duty, the Council on the Status of Men and Boys, hitting the streets, details in their new initiative. Stay tuned.
Well, Manny, it looks like it's going to be a close game today.
Absolutely, Danny. And with Smith on the bench, it's going to be interesting.
Man, you really gonna wear that jersey in this house?
Agreed. And look at Marcus. He's looking good today, coming in hot with the veggies. Let's take a look.
Antioxidants, vitamins A and C, and fiber. But, oof, Curtis. There's a lot of wings there, man. Are there any veggies on that plate? Let's take a closer look.
High protein, low fiber, high salt.
Flag on the play.
Oh, but look, Kyle's plate still is empty.
Let's see what he's gonna do.
Now, Manny, he does know that the carrots are the healthier choice.
Oh, what a reversal! Look at that play.
A more balanced plate. Small changes equal big benefits for your heart.
A healthy diet is a win.
A 19-second conversation with a stranger online can put your child in danger of being exploited or abused.
Talking to kids about online safety can protect us for a lifetime. Don't wait. Talk to us today.
On this segment of Deputy on Duty,
we take a closer look at the Council on the Status of Men and Boys and their newest initiative to reduce gun violence in Leon County.
My name is Royal King, and I am the Executive Director for the Tallahassee-Leon County Council on the Status of Men and Boys.
Since its launch in 2022, CSMB has concentrated on tackling critical issues that impact young men at risk in their communities.
So the Council's mission is pretty simple. We are here to unify existing agencies, organize unified efforts and collaboration, and initially develop a plan to reduce gun violence, homicides, and non-fatal shootings in our communities. Our goal and mission is to be able to bring some attention and relief to some of those things so that if we can provide more opportunities and resources for some of the disparities we see, it'll hopefully allow us to see some reductions in the violence while still working with some of those at the greatest risk of being a victim or offender of gun violence.
Since its inception, the Council has been engaged in a variety of initiatives. King highlights their achievements up to this point.
The biggest thing was assembling a multidisciplinary planning team to develop our violence reduction strategic plan, which now guides and directs our efforts. And so that was the biggest part of the work, was bringing together a very diverse team of individuals from all spheres, from community, from health, from faith-based, from every sector of a life in our community to the table to develop a plan.
The community plays a crucial role in fulfilling the mission of CSMB. Community meetings provide an opportunity for CSMB to stay updated on the needs of the community and explore strategies to deter and prevent violence in high-risk neighborhoods.
And what we've realized is that in order to see the community-wide transformation we want to see, we need not just more hands, but we need more individuals, more agencies connected, more faith-based leaders and organizations connected to the space because they have relationships, they have resources in those areas, and it's a community effort.
Looking forward, the Council is organizing specialized training in high-risk neighborhoods to meet the critical needs of the community in a fresh and engaging way.
So we were fortunate to receive some funding from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to be able to do 2 large-scale community trainings related to gun violence. And so now we're in a space to where let's try to do some of these trainings for community residents to be able to not be responders or interrupters to violence, but to help us understand what is at play in those communities and how can they notify law enforcement in a safe way.
It truly takes a village. These trainings are paving a new path forward.
They're important because we hear oftentimes people don't know what to do before, during, and after violence. And so we want to be able to give them some tools in terms of in these areas where we're seeing a lot of the violence on what you can do.
Ultimately, the Council aims to foster enduring change for a better, brighter future in the neighborhoods of Leon County.
I want us to be able to see reductions in gun violence, but bigger than that, I want it to be able to be seen in the individual lives and families we touch, and just understanding that we do this work because we want our community to be safe and beautiful and happy for everyone.
Through outreach, partnerships, and hands-on training, CSMB is working to reduce gun violence in our communities. For more information on how you can help, visit councilmenandboys.org. For Leon County Today, I'm Giovanni Hampton.
Download the Leon County Sheriff's Office mobile app right now. Our mobile app makes it easier than ever to report a crime and get important safety alerts. And follow reported crimes in your neighborhood, all in one convenient location in the palm of your hands. Download LCSO Connect right now. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play by searching LCSO Connect. You can more details about the features of the app on our website, leoncountyso.com.
Welcome back to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil and Sheriff, our Council on the Status of Men and Boys. Several initiatives, but really getting out and canvassing these neighborhoods.
Yeah, we've got to do that. We've got to figure out exactly what the neighborhoods need. We've got to get relationships established or reconnected, if you will, with some of the leaders in those communities. We have a great plan as relates to trying to get in those spaces and deal with the crime problems and connect those kids in those communities with the resources we have that will help them navigate life's issues and problems. But we have to do that in a partnership, and that's what we're trying to achieve right now. We don't want the community to believe that here's the sheriff's office coming in and it's going to save the day. That won't happen. Right. It's going to require all of us working together. And so our next iteration of our effort deals with canvassing communities, allowing the citizens in those communities to interact with our Council on the Status of Men and Boys so we all have a clear understanding what our goals and objectives are. Really excited about it. I think it's going to make a big difference in our community.
Absolutely, and so we've got that aspect, and I know our kindness initiative, really where we want the faith-based community and really everyone to really dig into this effort.
Yeah, our kindness effort is really important to us. We hope that we sent some letters out last week to a number of churches in our community. Some were there. We'll have another meeting in about a month. We'll send some additional letters out asking the clergy to assist us in this process. We believe, again, that if we're going to solve the crime problems in our community, it's going to require us all being all in. And that's the bottom line, is we've got to be committed to it and work the plan.
Absolutely, work the plan indeed. And speaking of working, Habitat for Humanity, I just love the Women Build concept. We've got a group over at the Sheriff's Office that we're putting together to participate in that. And
I'm coming out with my camera because I'm going to watch you and get some shots.
I can use a hammer. I'm not too rusty out there at all. So, but yeah, we want to make sure folks support Habitat for Humanity and all of those efforts.
No question. They do a great job. And the fact that they're getting people into housing, off our streets, and getting them out. In many instances, you're talking about people living in housing projects. And in those circumstances, unfortunately, you're more likely to be a victim of a crime. So the more people can get out into communities, out of housing projects, the better.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, we want to thank you all for joining us for another episode. We'll see you next week.